Hello, everyone. It's the Emperor Nosh, and we are back for episode 10 of the Into the Depths anime podcast.
Well, hello, hello. How's it going? This is your boy Vent out here. How y'all doing? We come here with another episode live to you. Well, at the moment, it's going to be a recording for you guys. But what do we got for today, Nash?
Well, not quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit. There's actually just we're hitting down to the end of the anime season at this point. So by the next podcast episode, we will be finishing this season and starting the next season.
The beginning of the end.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I think Slime is actually ending this week.
No.
Unfortunately so. So we'll have one more official discussion for that. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly one. That's crazy. But let's go ahead and get started here with My Hero Academia, the one that's not ending right away because it has like 21 episodes or something. So it's only
For now.
but My Hero Academia continues to pop off. I have no idea. Like I think we just can't breathe at this point for how much has been happening. They don't want us to breathe.
I did warn you, though.
So from that episode we talked about before, Nagant showed up right at the end. We kind of got her whole ordeal at the beginning of the last week's episode before about how she just got out of her hospital bed and was weathering herself into a storm and still managed to hit the perfect shot.
She is one heck of a sniper, bro. I'll tell you that.
But getting one perfect shot is just like, oh, okay. But what about two?
Hmm. She can shoot anything. She's like the one superhero with guns, the cowboy.
Yeah. I think he said like he's gonna always be a better shot than him.
Yeah, because he shoots revolvers which don't have that much range, and he still can maneuver. But she's a sniper. She shoots flesh bullets.
Flesh. That's an interesting way to put it.
She does, right?
Isn't it with her hair?
Still part of her flesh.
Hairy bullet.
Harry bullets.
Yeah, so we had that. We had, of course, Deku took Shigaraki out of the area because all he had to do is essentially touch the ground and it screws everything up. So they might as well just take
Mhm.
him out of the UA Fortress deal. Outside of that, we had a large filled all for one episode for the most part in this one. Oh, and then of course Toga was trying to get the twice clones to become like Shigaraki, like Dabi, but could not use their powers. And you know why she couldn't use their powers, right?
Yes,
You wanna
I
you
would
wanna
not tell.
you wanna
No.
enlighten? Well, they said it, so you can go ahead and enlighten us.
No. So one thing, I want to hear your reaction when you talk about this, because
Yeah.
I already know what's gonna happen because I read it. However, you're just watching all this stuff right now, so I want to hear you and your reaction, see how this has affected you on the view of the story.
Okay. Well, the main reason is because she doesn't consider them as friends, I guess. That's kind of what she can't for some reason. Like her I guess maybe her, unconscious mind just can't consider them friends. Like she considers, twice to be her friend.
Yes. So
That's how
is
her
that
ability works, right? Like
is is this how you view it?
I mean, she can use Ochako's powers too.
That's what I was gonna say. She can use Ochako's power. She can use Twice's power. She cannot use other people's power because she doesn't feel that connection over there. Meaning, maybe she could use somebody else who she feels a special connection to. I don't know, maybe like falling in love or
Yeah.
something like that. So
Freaking using Deku's powers? Holy.
if she feels a special connection with that person, like she admires Uraraka.
Wait, are you
Uh,
saying that's possible? It's not like freaking what's this Phantom Thief where
Phantom Thief.
he can't use Deku's powers because of specific circumstances to them? Are you saying that she can like get past that entire hole?
I did not say that. I just said it could have been a special case.
I just mean like, is her ability that like because that I think about it here and I'm just like, well, in this case, all you have to do is say if she was actually feeling friendship towards all of them, everybody would be screwed. We'd have two Shigarakis out there. We'd have more than two Shigarakis out
But
there
but
technically.
she doesn't feel a special connection because she feels like she's being used. She just wants to accomplish a goal. Now she feels very close to Ochako. She feels like Ochako's her friend, even though they're fighting. But on that fight over there, that's where everything starts breaking up.
So here's the question: couldn't technic? What if All for One decided to? Well, no, he doesn't. He doesn't like anybody, so it wouldn't work for him, right? it would. It wouldn't work for him, right? If he tried to steal her quirk, right?
You do know that he has every single quirk, right?
I mean, including hers.
So not hers, but he can steal your quirk, so he doesn't need to copy hers.
I just mean,
He, well, it wouldn't work for him because he
'cause-
doesn't see anybody on his same level. He sees everybody else on as beneath him.
yeah,
He sees, and this is gonna come up later on the story. He sees himself like the overlord.
the
So
demon lord,
everybody
yeah.
else, yes. So everybody else is beneath him. He will never make that special connection, and that's something that All Might will tell him too. Like, hey, I feel sorry for you, bro. You don't know what friendship is and all that. So, but if he
You
wants a
don't know
quirk,
the power of friendship.
yeah, but he's still pretty broken.
But power of friendship aside, screw that stuff. The power of darkness is where it's at. Because
Kurohiri.
yeah, totally. Before that, I forgot about the other school. Like completely.
Oh, I think it's called Shiketsu High or something.
Yeah, I completely forgot. When they popped in, I was just like, because they had this fake out scene where it looked like All for One like twisted Hawks and he was like dead, but it was just all like fake, and it was one of the school people, and I'm just like, right, you guys exist. I forgot. Wait,
Yeah, they do. They're somewhere
we haven't seen them in like freaking several seasons.
since the license.
Yeah, the license arc, man, that was a
Hmm.
long time ago. I was I didn't expect them, and I was just like, oh yeah, okay. You guys came in to help.
Hmm.
Guess they really didn't
Well,
have
I
a
mean,
choice though.
the world is technically ending, so they even sent somebody from United States over there.
Yeah, that didn't end up very good situation, unfortunately. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, that was the beginning of this season. I think that it went that far away. We've been at war for like several episodes. Other than that, we had Tokoyami just freaking popping up.
My boy.
Yeah, I literally remember how badass the episode ended. He was like, Black Abyss, Light of Baldur. I'm just like,
Hmm.
that's a pretty sick move.
Yes.
It sounds pretty sick because he just
Out
went
of yeah,
he
go
just
ahead.
went the full Black Shadow and Dark Shadow and just kind of went after All for One.
So by now he has pretty much control of Dark Shadow. Not like on the training arc that he lost control over. He's pretty much knows how to control it. I still like Tokoyami because he's very mysterious. They don't talk much about Tokoyami though.
You know, the funny thing is about that scene is he because All for One was talking about darkness, and then he's just like, you don't really know darkness. And I'm just
That,
like,
that's a Batman reference.
isn't it a Bane reference?
Yeah, yeah, but it's a Batman reference from the movie.
Okay. I never got into the superhero stuff. I just know that line. I'm aware of that line.
Hmm.
You know, he was said kind of like he was born in the darkness.
Yep, it is a Bane line. Just came out of a Batman movie,
Yeah.
but um, yeah, that's an Easter egg over there. It's like the same reason why Zero Hanta is the way he is. He was modeled after Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So,
Besides that, of course, we have the return of Gigantomachia. He
oh
comes back
no, he's
again.
back.
Not before the fact. They took a villain from episode 1 of My Hero and threw him in here. The slime guy that went after Bakugo.
Oh, bro, everybody's there.
Yeah, it's just like, man, this guy's
There's
back
a
from episode 1.
So you shouldn't be surprised. You should have realized by now that a lot of the villains that you saw up to then and there have escaped the prison. So you're gonna see them again. He's there. I'm not sure if you got. I think you saw Muscular already, right?
Oh, well, Deku kind of wrecked him. But
Yeah, yeah. So doesn't that give you a hint if you already saw a few of them?
I mean,
I
it's just
think
kind of the guy is forgettable, and then it kind of clicks because he was in episode 1.
Moonfish should be somewhere around in there too.
I remember seeing him a little bit. I think he's literally just around.
So that should give you hints on what's to come.
Yeah, they're all of them are here. Yeah, I guess it's literally that's what it is. So not only that though, of course, uh, they are humbling All for One into becoming younger, um,
Mm.
which turned his entire VA as well into freaking what. I didn't watch Attack on Titan yet, but I know his VA is
Levi.
Levi. Yeah,
Well, I mean, you can't have a younger person talking like, "All might, I will defeat," because it's young. So they have to voice them accordingly.
you think it's very appropriate to have that voice?
Yeah. The voice that he has now, yes.
Levi's
And
voice for his younger
I'm
self.
well, I'm not Levi. I'm just saying that it's okay that they change the voice of all for one as he's going down.
Yeah. Wait until he gets a baby.
You're joking about it, but
You think he's gonna be really powerful as a baby?
you're asking me that I read the manga.
Yeah. I was just trying to see if you throw any hints, by the way, but I guess it didn't work. uh, but yeah, we have that, and of course, Gigantomachia is kind of I wouldn't call it flipping sides, but kind of just mad at All for One because he left it.
Yes, and he doesn't right now. He's used to seeing the old O for one,
Yeah.
not the new O for one. So he says that the new one is not his master.
That and also we have I think Shinzo, right? Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Using his vocal cords from
The
his
mini
older
mini
self.
Aizawa.
Yeah, using the vocal cords from his older self to kind of get control over him, even though he apparently didn't have to control him anyway. He's just wanted to go after him on his own anyway. So all he had to do was be there just in case he did something else. It's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we had them just continuing to pummel, but of course he's even more in his prime now, so it doesn't work that easy. That he kind of just collapsed them all back. And unfortunately, Hawks was in that line of fire. Hawks just never has a good day.
Or hacks.
Yeah, because now Hawks is no longer a bird. His name, it doesn't work anymore.
He's ha now.
He now had his wings clipped.
That's really what happened. So
Yeah.
it's sad.
And now he wanted to take Tokoyami as well. Which I don't know what would happen if would he become human, or
Who?
it would
Hawks?
if Tokoyami like lost his ability, would he just become human?
No. Tokoyami is it's like a meta human.
Okay.
Like the not a mutant like the other guy that can uh regrow his limbs,
Yeah.
but he is somewhat because he has a bird face, but the rest of him is a human.
Okay, so
He's
that part is kind of just different.
so his head is normal. That's not a quirk.
Okay,
Dark Shadow is his quirk.
got it. I didn't know if that all came in like together or if it was separate. Some of these quirks are very very interesting. So, but yeah, we had that, and the title of the next episode is where it's really gonna get interesting. The title is I am here.
Yep.
Which we can assume something with All Might is gonna happen. 'Cause that's his
Hey,
signature line.
whoa. There's another person that says that too.
Uh,
Deku.
does he actually say I am here now? I don't remember.
Deku said it sometime. No worries because I am here.
Okay. So this next episode is gonna be crazy. And I can just feel it.
You
I
say that about all the episodes though.
I just mean it's gonna literally be young All for One versus All Might. I just feel it. Like we've had the All Might versus, All for One fight before. If you remember that fight was crazy too. Anytime they're gonna fight, I know it's crazy.
Every fight, I'll tell you right now, every fight that has All Might and All for One goes crazy. Any
Yep.
fight.
So if that's the case, this is
But
gonna be crazy.
if that's the case of what you're thinking, how is powerless All Might gonna fight when he has no powers against the Prime?
That's what I am wondering too. I don't know. And that's where I'm curious. I'm wondering what he's gonna do. Can Stain show up here?
Um, you'll get your answer soon.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting. Well, okay, we'll go ahead and move on from My Hero, and next week we will discuss what happens in this next episode. Moving on, we got reincarnated as a slime,
Yeah.
which we have the end of the tournament for the one of the episodes, and then we have the dungeon for the second. But let's see, end of tournament. Who was the
What?
victor in the end?
Gopta.
Ow! How did he win?
The Lightspeed hero, he doesn't fight. I don't think he even knows how to fight, honestly. He just he doesn't fight. He's just there at the good time at the right place. And his luck always wins for him. So he saw that Gupta was able to turn into like a wolf demon type of thing. So he was just like, oh, Gupta lost, but it was me. I wasn't ready, and that turned it around. So they gave the winning to Gupta.
I mean, the other technical case to it is all he has to do is swing the sword down on something, and it will probably do damage because of his skill, even if it wouldn't do it normally.
What?
I'm just saying, if the Lightspeed hero was to swing his sword down on anything, even if they wouldn't normally
Oh,
take
because of his
damage,
look, yeah.
his
Because of his
luck
look.
would probably cause them to take damage.
Yeah. But he doesn't use it that way. He just convinces people to do what he wants. He's
I'm just saying that his skill is broken enough that he doesn't actually have to do a thing. It just happens.
a well, but it seems like he can't use that luck against Rimuru.
Oh, and now they're aware of each other, like what's going on, and
Hmm.
because they had their entire conversation, they had lunch together, all that other stuff.
Rimuru told him like, "Hey, didn't you promise him that you would go to the dungeon, and now you want to back off?"
He had to go to the dungeon. uh, so yeah, Gobta got that fishing rod.
Did he? I don't know.
I mean, he's part of the elite, right?
He's part of the elite now, but I never saw him getting a. Oh, he didn't get it because Milim took him for training,
Oh right, yeah.
and Ragna.
Took a boat. Uh,
So
Poor
they're
guy.
now in training with Milim.
Yeah, poor guy. They're gonna totally die.
Which reminds me, I was expecting kind of wanting to see the two girls fighting for Sohei.
Yeah,
Sohei.
maybe eventually they might.
We have one episode left. What do you mean?
You have a yeah. There's only one left.
I was expecting to see something in the tournament of them joining.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. But well, that tournament arc was short lived though. So then we had the
Because,
dungeon.
hmm
And we had I'm gonna call sore loser guy pop in.
Yeah.
Because he lost early in the tournament. Tried to blame somebody else for
He's
something.
a sore loser for sure. He got whipped.
I think it was Geld that fought him.
Gale or Carrion.
I don't think it was Carry On because he just
I
wouldn't.
don't remember though. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember.
I don't remember who either. But anyway, he was the sore loser. So he decided to come because he wanted to go join the. Yeah, and then of course they displayed everybody that the bracelet does work to respawn.
Mhm. Mhm.
They have
So
all of
that
that.
needle guy.
Unfortunately, our Mr. Merchant guy had to sacrifice himself for that test.
He already did it once, so but the guy was Mr. Complainer wanted to torture him a little bit.
Yeah, and you're just like, as time goes on, you just see how much of an asshole that guy is. Just
Mhm.
every single moment he's on.
Yep.
But yeah, they all just venture and check out the dungeon. One group being the most unintelligent group of people ever. But then again, they also filled the entire
the,
first floor with pitfalls.
the lightning thing, was it called lightning group or whatever?
They're so forgettable.
And it didn't do nothing.
They just kept falling for traps and the pitfall traps that go to the next floor, which is just kind of like, what was the point of that? But
Wasn't the Lightspeed Hero the first one to reach the end?
not exactly the end, but to the boss that they're supposed to get to in time frame.
Oh yeah, and the other guy beat it.
Meanwhile, Veldora is still at the bottom, just pretending and waiting for somebody to show
Yeah, Veldora was hyped over there.
up. It's like, I'm sorry, but this dungeon's kind of impossible to beat because even if they do reach Veldora, like
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure Lightspeed Hero would have been able to beat Veldora
maybe with his luck.
with his slug, not by sheer skill, with his
But
slug.
here's the thing, though. Don't you think that Veldora might be able to bypass all of that? He's just
Mm. Did Veldora got a gift?
like, maybe he might. You never know. I
Would
mean,
it's never been said if Veldora got a gift or not.
I mean, the other fact is Rimuru is essentially like, you can fight me if you beat all 100 floors, and I'm just like, so you're telling us that somebody needs to beat Veldora to get to you?
Well, he said if you can fight me, so it's a matter of he's letting them choose if they want to fight him or not.
It sounded like you need to beat the entire dungeon, which would be like, yeah,
Exactly. So if you beat Veldora, it means that you have a chance. You have a chance of possibly landing a hit on Rimuru.
yeah, it's pretty crazy thought. I don't know how many people are capable of that. Maybe outside of the Lightspeed Hero, potentially.
Yuki
I don't know. He might be.
Yuki says that he's the only one whose powers rival Rimuru,
Yeah.
but he's never shown power. So he told he actually told the Lightspeed Hero that if he chooses it, that he could have fought Rimuru and possibly be able to do something. The other persons would be the Octagon or whatever they're called.
Oh yeah, like Geek Crimson.
Yeah, all the other demons and Hinata are the only ones that have been able to touch Rimuru.
Yeah.
Well, to be more correct, Demon Lord Rimuru, because
Yep.
he's different now than with all the other ones.
And we still have the sauce nature of of this AI just sitting here in the corner, not saying anything but popping in the screen once in a while.
Something is going on.
I wonder if we're gonna see anything about it next episode. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a long-winded, just like break until the next season and whenever it comes.
Probably with one last episode, like I don't think we're gonna find out.
Because they haven't spoken episode.
She spoke.
Yeah, I guess
She
not much. Oh yeah, I guess she did. Yeah.
she explained the fusion between Gopta and Ragna.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, the fusion part. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, we'll find out what happens in the final episode, I guess. I know it's been a little bit of a quieter season. We hadn't had much, in terms
Hey,
of
I
fighting.
liked it.
We had a lot more meetings and a festival arc, which, you know, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I don't mind getting some world building and story and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So just be a matter of waiting until the next season if that comes. And I have a feeling it will at this point, considering how many seasons we've already gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of seasons, let's go ahead and talk about Oshi no Ko season 2. Uh,
Yes.
we had that cliffhanger before, remember? So now we came back to it. We're here, and
We have another one.
and th- we finally get the conclusion to the whole Taiki's dad situation and their relation.
Yes. Um. So, in short, in short words, Taiki said that his dad had committed suicide with his mom, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
And that maybe his dad was a bad person, or to the point that he chooses not to use his last name. He uses his uh his mom's last name. So that left Aqua feeling a little bit empty because he could no longer do revenge.
Yep, the revenge plot is over. We're all done. There's no more. He can go back and just live a normal life, you know, and enjoy things, right? Go back and do acting and everything. The entire plot's gone. It's all done, right? Everything is settled. If only it was that easy, right?
I mean, the story started to switch over to
On vacation time, right? It's time for an
it's
idle vacation time.
it switched over to Ruby.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I thought too, because we were talking about that. It's just like Ruby's arc time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we kind of thought it was. It's still on Aqua's side, but it's kind of transitioning.
Yeah, so I'm guessing with the where they're going to the vacation, it's it's gonna mean a lot to both of them because this is where they're from. So I'm pretty sure they'll have a moment over there,
Yeah.
both of them.
Speaking of moments, we had the Aqua and Kana moments.
Yep.
Yeah, because they
We
went to go get a bag, and went out for food and shopping, and
honestly don't want Aqua with Kana. I want her with Akane.
Akane. That we also had a Akane moment too, because he decided he kind of just doesn't want to, because he considers himself as using her.
And she knows that too.
She's aware, yes, because she even blatantly said it. And says like, "I know you're using me."
So she's aware, but she wants to be there. So
Yeah, she wants to be there for him just because he was there for her at her lowest moment.
mm-hmm.
And they had this entire moment in that same exact spot where it happened.
And then she says that she doesn't know. She's never had a relationship, so she doesn't know how to love somebody.
So she's not sure if these feelings are love or if something else entirely, but
Or admiration, yeah.
yeah. And then he kind of just spills out everything to her, which she kind of puts all the puzzle pieces together to
He's
the
very smart.
point where she's just not sure if she should say something because it will
Mhm.
potentially turn him back onto the other, you know, back to the revenge plot because it's not over.
Revenge Aqua.
Which she pointed out, it's just like there's a loophole here that you didn't consider, and that is, what if the mom in that situation was cheating too?
Who? Wait, hold on. You confused me now. The mom? You're
Yeah.
saying Aqua was I was cheating?
No, not I. I'm talking about the mom in the situation with Taiki's parents was
Oh, okay.
cheating with Aqua's dad, his real dad,
Yeah.
which which would make sense because the DNA would cross that way.
Mm.
It's the same idea as the whole ghetto situation crossing
Oh
his
wait, hold on.
DNA.
Yes, because if he's the yep, and then they chucked it up to the other guy.
Yeah,
hmm Yeah, I was like not seeing it for a second there, but
that's what she came up with. The conclusion is, what if the mom in that situation went with, you know, Aqua's actual father? Therefore, they had, you know, Taiki. That's why the DNA is connecting, because they would have the same DNA.
hmm
It's
Yeah,
literally like the ghetto situation where he went with so many people, and that's why, like, Yuji and the others are. I know it's a weird comparison to compare Oshino Ko to Jujutsu Kaisen, but it's
yeah.
similar.
I don't see it there, so I'm like, yeah, no.
But it's just that kind of thing, the DNA crossing part,
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
which would line up because obviously we all doubt, and we knew that that wasn't going to be the actual father, and he was kind of just more of a fall guy.
Well, I mean, he's dead, so nobody knows.
Yeah, but he knows.
But then what happens when Ruby's in the cemetery?
Visiting Ai's grave. Well, I'm going back to this because I was editing our last podcast, right? And you had said something along the lines of, "What if the real father looked like Aqua?" And I'm just like,
Oh, you remember that, huh?
well, it's because I was editing it. And I was just like, wait, he actually called this.
I don't know. I had kind of a hunch, and the guy does look like Aqua, though. It's crazy.
Yeah, and people are saying he has the same VA as Light Yagami from Death Note.
Yes, I checked, and it's true.
Yagami. I probably said it wrong.
Yagami. No, it's Yagami.
Um,
You should watch it when you have a chance. You'll probably like it.
I'll have a lot of things. I need to watch through the entirety of Attack on Titan.
You still need to finish that anime that people want you to finish.
Dead Man Wonderland. I mean, I could probably
Yes.
try that at some point too. But
If
yeah,
only you didn't play so many gachas.
so we do have the real father finally shown up.
Yes.
Like even in that little moment where he's just like, Ruby is really growing up, and his cape, like his suit behind him is like a cape just fluttering in the wind. You can tell he's a villain in just that moment.
Yeah, so he just made like a quick 1 second or 2 second appearance, and he said like, "Oh, how how grown you are because you're my kid" or something like that, and that's where the episode ends.
Yeah, and he's just like, and he actually mentions this like our child as he's talking to Ai's grave.
Yep. When does it come out? Tomorrow?
It comes out tomorrow.
Yeah,
We still have 2 episodes left for that though.
I'm gonna watch it.
These 2 episodes I feel like are gonna be interesting. It's gonna probably be going back to Ruby. We probably won't see that father again for a bit
Yeah, I
because
I believe so.
I think they just wanted to throw it out there and then just exit off of it for now, and we'll probably have to say that for a future season.
They just gave us like a major disclosure just to keep us wanting back for more
They're just
because
like, the plot's not over yet. Here's a little morsel. That's all we're giving you for now.
because up until now the only revelation that we had was the Taiki and Aqua are brothers. That's it. So they wanted to hook us up more
Yep.
because oh my father's dead and you're like, so what are we watching then after all this time? No revenge?
Well, in that regards, they're still technically brothers too because of the DNA cross. But
Yes,
they'll
yes.
so who knows how long this how big this family tree will end up being by the end of this.
There's Aqua Junior, Aqua the third,
You don't know
Kana
how
the
many.
second.
We don't know how many girls that guy's got.
Honestly, we don't know how many brothers or sister Aqua and Ruby have.
Yeah, he could be going in with the entire industry.
He could be he could be a serial killer that likes to make women fall in love for
Yeah,
him and stuff like that, and after that just kill them like a serial killer, or trying to, like, let's say Ruby wanted to make her situation public, or when she got pregnant,
yeah,
maybe he didn't want to keep him and she did, or something like that. Oh no,
yeah. Have you noticed one thing? It's a small little detail. When the
I think I
father
just did.
when the father popped in, um, you know what he was holding, right? He was holding a
Flowers.
bouquet of white flowers,
Yes.
which also the white flowers showed up in the scene where I was first stabbed.
Yes, and I also. So what if he doesn't want the children, right? So when they say that they're gonna keep it, he sends somebody to kill them because Taiki's mother's dead, and
Yeah.
now Aqua and Ruby's mom is dead too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so deep, bro.
Exactly. It's kind of that situation. You just get rid of any people that have witnessed it, and they don't have that problem, right?
I don't know. I just kind of feel like the dude's a narcissist, so he probably killed them for just the fun of it or something.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm beginning to think the white flower thing is kind of like maybe it's like a calling card.
You never see it man.
I mean, it could be because it showed up in that first one. He brought him to the grave. It could be his signature.
It could be. You never know. He stole her heart, all right.
Uh,
All right. So I
putting it
think
that
that's
way.
enough of
Okay,
Oshinoko for now.
that's enough of what all of this very crazy things happening in Oshinoko. Let's get to the very crazy things in Wistoria.
Yes. This series keeps getting better and better, and I'm not gonna lie. I am hooked.
But first, let's go ahead
Yes.
and talk about Wignall and Will because they finally have a broship.
Yeah, so all this time, so the only one that wasn't making fun of Will was Wignall. But however, he still treated him like everybody else. He just wasn't making fun of him. Wignall as an elf, he's sorry, elves are regarded very high within themselves. And this, if you play any games with elves and all that, this comes from common knowledge from all other games. So he didn't want to be touched until he met respect. So, but come to find out, what do we find out about Wignall?
He was actually not good at using his illusion magic, which those are pretty good at doing.
Master of, yeah.
Yeah, and he has a parallel situation to Will.
Yes, he also has somebody over there in the tower that he wants to reach. He's no good with his magic. Well, he is now, but
Yeah, he wasn't good
but
with it, but Will helped him along the way.
yeah. So it was surprising to know that he has a similar story, a similar background, let's say, to Will. Although I wouldn't say just because he's an elf he had it better. I think he actually might have had it worse because he got abandoned.
He technically, yeah, he got abandoned, and as an elf, it's unfortunate. And also, of course, his childhood friend was the elf queen,
Mm-hmm.
which is also a Magia vendor.
His friend or his sister?
You think it's a sister? It sounded like they have more than a sister, really.
I'm not sure. I
I
honestly,
It sounded like he wants to be with, kind of like Will wants to be with Elfie.
Alferia.
Yeah, that's where the parallel I see is.
I have a question though.
Yeah,
Now that you mention her, how the hell did his roommate made it all the way down there before the teachers, bro? That makes no sense.
well, this is the line where I'm telling you that they have some kind of secret, and I feel like it's related to Elfaria herself.
It might be. It might be. Honestly, I'm not gonna say no anymore because of what he did. Just made me realize.
And considering he's telling Will to remember in that scene as well
What did he throw?
through some crystal.
It was an ice crystal.
But yeah, and you're supposed to have this memory. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that this whole thing led into the fact of our two main villains, one being headless and the other one being Bakugo. Uh,
That one is Kurogiri, bro.
I guess
It's
so.
Kurogiri. Like it's the same darkness and everything, no face.
Unhinged Kurogiri, more like.
Oh yeah, that one's crazy.
But yeah, they spawned a evil Grand Duke, which apparently used to be on the 25th floor.
Yes, that's the boss of the 25th floor. It's immune to a lot of damages and really, really strong. For students and lower floors, they have no option. Like they can't fight against it.
So they even said they equate it. It's like a 270 credit monster, but that's only to a 270,000 credit mage.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning the power levels here are insanity, which we see. They can barely damage this thing.
They That's true. It was crazy. They're like I think he just swatted somebody and they just knocked him out.
I mean,
Uh,
the coolest part though is when they essentially is like, Will, you shouldn't be our shield. You should be our leader.
yeah. So now you went over to the second episode.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're headed now because
Okay.
that's where the fight is.
So what happened was everybody was in fear, and I hated the fact that he lost his glasses and he started like being like a little kid.
Yep.
Sion punched the crap out of him and it made him snap back. But now he has a plan, so he started telling people like, "Hey, we have a plan." Oh no, that happened before after that, right?
It happened.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I,
Like,
I didn't like the fact that they turned him into a scaredy cat after he lost his glasses. But the fact that he devised a whole plan while everybody's panicking, that's why the girl said like you're not the shield, you're the sword.
what I consider those glasses to be, and probably in regards to that, is it's essentially like Elfie is with him. That's why he feels like he has the courage. So the fact
Probably, yeah. He did say,
it's also like if you look at it, he's hiding behind them.
yeah, so he did say that's the only thing that Elfie gave me, and I feel safe when I have them with me.
Yeah, that's the entire reason he got in that state is because he doesn't feel safe at that point. It's like his defense or his courage got broken,
Hmm.
meaning his courage is broken.
That's true, but he got snapped back into place. So,
Snap back, more like punch back.
mhm.
Leon really just went ham on
Yeah, he punched him a lot
it. He
too.
told him to slug him, not slug him like 5 times.
Well, he wasn't snapping out of it.
But yeah, and then they of course had that entire they just kept going back and forth into the enemy. Of course, there were some of these really good moments in between. It's just because no matter what, they couldn't do much. Even his initial plan of using the secret to Elfie's magic being on the clones, that you can keep the incantation going even though one is broken.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that makes sense. It's kind of like Naruto's shadow clones, where
Yeah.
they remember. Like
Mm-hmm.
so, once all the clones have been back together, you get all the knowledge from them. In this case, the incantation continues to go.
Uh, that was really good and surprising. Unfortunately, it did not do anything
It
to.
didn't do a thing.
Mm-hmm. Just also we saw Sion with his flame spirit straight from Black Clover. Um, did a point blank high level spell and did nothing to it.
Yeah, and he only did that because of how Colette being essentially is just like mages fire from range. He has to get up close,
Mm-hmm.
and it's terrifying to do that.
Mm-hmm. Because you can get slapped.
Yeah, because if you're from range, you can just you can be running away. When you're up close and personal, it's a lot harder.
That is true.
Despite everything here, obviously their plans didn't work. It wasn't able to do much. And then, as you said, Rosti over here threw this crystal down, telling him to remember. We hit that flashback because that's always we hit that anime flashback. That's how we get
Mhm.
the power ups. We
Yeah, that's how you know he's gonna get powered up when you get the flashback in the middle of a boss fight, bro.
and we get the title.
The power of friendship.
Well, we get the title. We get wand and sword.
Yeah, yeah, that's what he was supposed to remember. That's true.
You're supposed to remember the title. That's what happened. And I still don't quite understand it. I just know I don't know if this is something relative to him or the weapon or what?
Not the weapon for sure, because that wasn't his weapon. That was the weapon that he was holding was
Yeah.
the girl, the Stone Princess weapon she created for him.
Oh, he was actually holding his metal sword.
He was.
Yeah.
I thought he was holding hers.
He picked up his metal sword that was sitting there.
Oh, because
Yeah,
his
he's
sword is special.
yeah, that's the one that can block and deflect magic.
They, yeah, they've been mentioning it for a while that his sword is special, but he also remember him as a baby,
Yeah.
and somebody telling him remember wand and sword, and this is for your own good. So I don't know why he woke up to such an amazing power.
But yeah, he in that moment even said that he doesn't even like know what happened. It just kind of like it just the feeling came to him
It just
to
happened,
even
yeah.
to say whiz, and also like his eyes turned red. All the strength is built up after combining it with Shion's magic.
What happened next was really really cool because
He would just
we
diving into the incoming like purple like lasers or something.
the
The rays of purple.
yeah, and the sword and his eyes changed. They were no longer purple for a second.
He essentially absorbed Shion's spell.
He absorbed it into his sword. The sword disappeared too. He he actually you could see his hand had no sword. He had a flame shaped sword.
Did say in this moment he combined wand and sword.
One in sword. There you go.
Yep. And the fact that he was able to essentially use Ignis Wiz to do what? What did he do to
Uh,
this beast?
he he split him like Asta did to that demon guy.
Right in two.
Yes. All we needed all we needed was a theme song going on and some manga panels and it would have been Black Clover.
Now the question is, they're gonna give him a lot of credits for this. Come on, man. Like nobody else could have done this.
That's true. Nobody else could have done it, but
I need to give him enough credits now. Like that's all. That's a huge credit monster right there.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, we didn't get any more because they rolled the credits.
Yeah, we did. So
I don't know why
we'll
they
see.
rolled the credits at that moment. That's just like screwed up.
Because animes like to leave a cliffhanger so that you have fun.
Truly, and that's why we only have one episode left of Wistoria.
No.
But I think season 2 is already in production. We should get it eventually. So we can look forward to seeing what the last episode will be. It'll probably just kind of be a wrap up of everything. Maybe he'll get the credits he deserves. I hope so. He gets to get his retribution. Like everybody
Hopefully.
saw it. Like the entire group saw that happen. So,
Yeah. Kiki was down, so the teachers didn't see it.
but they did see it. Shion saw it. They all see it. Come on, like if anything, the girl with the electricity should say something, because I know she will. Wingnaw will
She-
probably say something.
She's cool.
Yeah, she's actually
I
cool.
like her.
She's like the Ainz of this world. Not Ainz, Aiz, from Danmachi.
Yes, she is.
She has the same like monotone talk.
Yeah, and she has the fast sword one thing. If anything, she's the sword and one, bro.
She gets close up and personal when she uses her magic.
Yeah.
He's good. He's the perfect replacement for Lord, the freaking Thor Zeus.
But yeah, that was about it for that episode. I really liked it. Hopefully he gets the point that he needs, or they're gonna split it or something. Well, maybe not because the test got suspended. So
Yeah, but I feel like they have to still give him something for that. Like he
not
essentially
really.
he saved that group. They were
He
the
did.
highest credit users. Imagine if they all died.
He did, but I mean, he could have only gotten acceptance now from all of them. He saved Sion twice now. he saved Julius once. Like he saved twice the Wingo.
Hey, Sion's gonna actually be like, "Hey, I had a part in that victory.
Oh, you, for sure, you know.
I gave him fire, so that's
So what's gonna happen now is that they're gonna, since now that he can absorb fire, they're gonna form a team. Watch, they're gonna do something. They're gonna make like a special group, and Sion is gonna go with Colette and him.
yeah, they're gonna definitely form. Then maybe all of them should just form a group because they should just get all the elements, and then he could wield Wiz on all the elements.
Well, we don't know if he has a limit on or what he can.
I mean, I feel like probably. I mean, we would never know, but they could do that. They could just form an elemental group because we already have the earth with Colette. We have the fire. We could get the ice, electricity, the wind. We could have all the elements right here.
Who's electricity?
The girl,
She's not electricity.
yeah, she uses the electricity.
She uses fast magic. She
Lightning.
enhances herself.
She uses lightning.
That's lightning.
Yeah, that's
What
lightning.
the fuck?
You didn't see her summon down lightning on the
Oh
Duke?
yeah, that's true. I forgot.
Yeah, she's the lightning.
I forgot. Yeah. I forgot. My bad.
I don't know what other elements we're missing, of course, but those seem to be. Aren't they all the? Oh, there's light. We don't have light. That's the one we
Wingo,
haven't seen. The mod
Wingo
given.
can be light.
Wignall is wind though.
I mean, he summoned a tree. How is that a wind?
I mean,
He has illusion magic. That's
well,
not an element.
illusion is just entirely. They said only elves can do that.
Yeah.
Nobody else can use illusion
So
magic.
he's no wind.
But he still used wind mainly. Like you've seen the tornado too,
Yes.
right?
But he also summons trees.
So there's that. But yes, we just need things like light. 'Cause we already have the other element already. So they can just form an elemental squad and do things. Yeah.
Didn't they say that the light magia vendor was gone?
Yeah, I don't know where he's at exactly. They think he'll come back. He's just doing something. Um
It's
oh yeah,
Julius from Black Cover.
the other thing we didn't actually mention is the two villains' main motivation is to erase the magic from the sky.
The shield, yeah.
They want to bring the apocalypse back.
The big shield from the sky. Because something is going on and they need that shield to be gone for it.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up with the elusive samurai.
Yes.
Which not too much happened. There was a cool episode with like the spirits and everything and helping, the priest gain his power back.
Perfect. I think we discuss about that one already?
Oh no, that was like a couple episodes ago. We didn't actually talk about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But nothing interesting happened there. It's just that they
Well,
he
there is something that happened. Izuku is hiding something. We have no idea what he's capable of.
she's not hiding it because she clearly helped him see the spirits. So look at it this way: if the guy says that he's a god, the priest says that he's a god, nobody believes him, right?
Yeah.
But he says he's a god. She calls him father. What does that tells you?
Well, I mean,
So going on that line, of course she's gonna see spirits. She's one of those priests that are in touch with nature and all that. So if he says he's a god, and people take him as a joke, but he can actually see some stuff, and then she calls him father, then that means that she's able to have some ability that nobody else does.
yeah, I just mean the fact that I know he asked. Tokuyuki asked him, is just like, so what's the deal with Shizuku? And he's like, that's kind of up to her to tell you.
Yeah.
Which means there is something deeper behind it.
Yeah,
Because
not a secret, but it's just not the time for her to come out of it and tell him.
outside of the fact that he did witness, of course, the spirits and everything, he is able to see all of that. And
For a second, because she allowed him to see it.
yeah, that's what I mean is there is something more to her. I don't know, the special abilities like we talked about. Whether it be some more divine abilities, that's a particular question.
For all we know, she could be, if he's a god, she could be an angel.
Could be. But it explains where his future abilities come from, as it comes from spiritual beings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I don't remember anything exciting happening on that episode.
Yeah, and then this latest episode, we had the samurais that just want to die.
Oh, in this episode, yeah,
Yeah, they just want to die.
they just want to die. That's true.
They're just like, well, how should we die? And it's just like, what? Why do you need to think about living first? Like, no, we already know.
Yeah, no, we want to die.
And then I guess
But
as you were saying, we have Frieza on the other side.
yeah, Frieza's there. I was telling Nash, like I heard his voice and I'm like, that's Frieza. Nobody can take away from me. That's Frieza, bro.
Yeah, it is totally Frieza.
Just watch until he's told. If he says the word monkey, then that's for sure Frieza.
So we had that entire. It's kind of like a war of sorts. They're trying to also now escape at a point. It's just kind of back and forth, and we see how much of a general like that kid is.
Oh yeah, he's
One of his retainers.
Miyuki, I think,
Yeah,
or whatever his name. He's really good too.
he is really good. There is all of that, trying to escape. Uh, that matter. Didn't we like leave off on a cliffhanger on that one? Can't remember.
Yes, I
We
think
did.
so.
Yeah, I think they were running. That's what.
That's where it ended. Yeah.
What a perfect cliffhanger, right? For actual running. Of course, the guy with the good ears is with them.
Is that the guy with the good ears?
Yeah, he has the big ears.
Oh,
They can hear things.
that sucks.
Yeah, they have some really good ability people.
They have the guy with the ears with the eyes.
Yep. And unfortunately, we have one more episode of Elusive Samurai.
That's sad.
It is indeed sad. But hey, next time we can cover the end of some of these anime like Slime, like Elusive Samurai, like Wistoria, and move on to the new ones. Like I definitely know we're talking ReZero season 3.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 90-minute long first episode.
Yes.
And
Don't worry, guys. It's not gonna be a 90-minute episode explaining about.
yeah, we're totally
ReZero.
gonna explain for 90 minutes what's going on. So as you can see in this shot,
Well, you would for sure.
it's gonna be crazy though. I can already tell from the trailer alone that it is going to be an insane system because there were so many sins in that trailer.
That's what how usually the season goes. Like it gets overwhelmingly with all the sins and like I already saw recognize like 2 3 on the trailer, one of the trailers. They have multiple trailers for the show too.
Yeah, and I mean if the leaks are true though, and it's only 8 episodes, and we have to wait and do another 8 episodes, that's gonna be sad.
That's gonna suck.
But we have others that we'll be covering too for sure. We'll probably cover Shangri-La Frontier season 2.
True, true. I will definitely watch that one too.
Yeah, there's gonna be quite a few. So come join us on the next episode for sure as we finish off this season, start the next one. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you guys all for watching episode 10 of Into the Depths Anime Podcast.
Thank you guys for being here, taking your time to listen to this wonderful podcast, if I do say so myself. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell button. It helps a lot, a lot. So, and don't forget to leave down in the comments what you want Nash to watch next so he can talk about it.
Yep, and we will catch you guys on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.